Our first playoff game of this adventure with the Lightning. Thanks a lot, Fox, for that, of course. We draw Montreal in the first round, and this is what we have to play. A forward core of Mike Camilleri, Thomas Turtleneck Plekanec, and Brian Gianna. A second line of Andre Kostitsyn, David Backes, who they acquired in the Halak deal, and Scott Gomez, club legend. Jussi Jokinen, Max Laperriere, and it is Michel Ouellet, okay? And then Sergei Kostitsyn, David Desharnais, and Max Pacioretty. Defensively, Andrei Markov and PK Subban, Roman Hamrlik and Ryan O'Byrne, Yaroslav Spacek, and Josh Georges. The goaltender, number one goaler, Kelly Price, with Cedric Desjardins as the backup. No injuries, but scratches of Matthew Darche, Hal Gill, and Benoit Pouliot. This could be rough. This could be very, very rough now, couldn't it? What are the ratings comparisons, I do wonder, especially in terms of goalies? I imagine it's going to be pretty one-sided. For us, 89, 85, 76, 86, 83, and Carey Price is their goalie rating. So let's do it. Our first playoff matchup. We got our work cut out for us. Bell Center. Let's see what we can do. First period of game number one. Yes. 2 goals for deadline acquisition, the 43-year-old Mark Recchi and Martin St. Louis. Future Habs head coach adds another one. Second period, Adam Hall makes it 4-0. What a bizarre start to this series, huh? Power play for the Lightning, no goals. We are out shooting them to death. Damn. And I mentioned the shutouts for Michael Neuvirth this season. In game 1, a 26-save effort. Lightning win 4-0. Mark Recchi, Michael Neuvirth, and Adam Hall, your 3 stars of the game. Has Michael Neuvirth stolen the starting job? The people are asking. That's crazy. That is crazy. Corey Crawford is healthy enough to play in game number 2, but Michael Neuvirth is going to be the starter. We'll send down Tokarski. That way he can lead the way for Norfolk. What a bizarre start to that series. Crawford's in as the backup for the AHL. Let's just double check. Link Hammer's in, that's fine. Can we take Fortunato out for anybody? Fucking Fraser McLaren. I guess we can go for Fraser McLaren. Because why not? I guess. That's my response, is why not? And again, we'll put the goons on the 4th line there. And then defensively, we want Biega out for one Mr. TJ Brennan. Works for me. Game number 2 against the Habs. Let's see how it goes. Will it be the Carey Price revenge game? First period. 1-1, Matthias Oland, and the first goal of the series for the Habs belongs to Max Pacioretty. Second period, goal apiece. Derek Morris gives us the second lead of the game, but for the second time, the Habs bounce back. Scott Gomez. We have them doubled up in shots, and at the moment, it does not matter. We're tied at 2. Scott Gomez makes it 3-2. The Habs lead again. Damn. Subban offset by Stamkos. It's now 4-3. Andre Kostitsyn makes it 5-3, and Michael Neuwirth has turned back into a pumpkin. Brian Gianna, the empty netter, and the Habs win. 6-3, the final score. An awful performance for Michael Neuwirth as Subban, Gomez, and Andre Kostitsyn. Oh, boy. Do the job there for the Habs. Not ideal. Vernon Fiddler, by the way, is still leading this team in points. Or is at least tied for the lead. Not great. Pretty much no doubt about it. Corey Crawford is going to be back in as the starter. Will make his series debut here for game number 3. Let's see how this goes. First period. 1-1. Andre Kostitsyn, Jeff Skinner on the power play, his first ever playoff goal. By the way, in this timeline, Jeff Skinner does nothing but make the playoffs. Second period, make it another goal in the series for Steven Stamkos. So we're up by 1. Heading into the third, power play for the Habs, no goal. David Backes makes it 2-2. Carey Price continuing to put in work. Actually playing like a top goalie. 2-2. 90 seconds left. We are going to overtime in game 3. It's not elimination, so we won't jump in. Let's see how this goes. Overtime in game number 3. And the Tampa Bay Lightning get the win. Alexander Radulov. Thank you, Mr. Radulov. We needed that. 3-2, the final score. Corey Crawford had a hell of a game as we get the 3-2 win and take a 2-1 series lead. An injury down in Norfolk. I mean, that means just Derek Grant will draw into the lineup. It's not a big deal. So, good, strong performance from Corey Crawford. I do still have some concerns about the lineup. I know it would be a very me thing to do to change the lineups after winning a game. We're not getting much out of that top pairing, so we're going to go Hedman, Aucoin, Martinez, and Oland. Offensively, just 1 point from Marty. 1 point from Malone, 2 for the Cavalier, 2 for Radulov. That is disappointing. Skinner, Stamkos, Radulov, Malone, LeCavalier, San Louis. Let's try it. We'll demote Martin, St. Louis, and let the kids of the team try to carry the weight. Game number 4. Oh, no, our PK has been awesome so far, which is funny because regular season it was terrible. First period, 1-0 Montreal, Scott Gomez. Second period, 4-1 Habs. Power play goal for Mechanics. Backes with 2 goals. LeCavalier gets 1 back. But the goaltending is absolutely the difference in this series right now. Outside of game 1, Price continues to be incredibly stellar. And this is proving to be a fairly realistic representation here as Adam Hall gets one back. Probably too little too late. And indeed it is. The Habs have tied this series again. 2-2 after the first 4 games. Backus, Price, and Gomez leading the way. We have some potential decisions to make here. Looks like Norfolk series is still going on as well. Oh, let me take a look at something here. It's still got to be Crawford over Neuwirth, but another rough game from Crawford. It might be Tokarski time. But looking at the team here, I need to see who's performed well so far in this series and who's disappointed. Hate to have to do this and switch away from what was working for us in the regular season, but if someone's not performing, then they're not performing. So let's take a look here. Victor Hedman, 2 points, but 6 penalty minutes and a -2. Not great. Adrian Aucoin, no points, 2 penalty minutes, and a -1. Also not great. Shout out to Man of Sand for the follow. Welcome in. Andre Mazzaros has an assist. Yeah, he's at least a positive player. I mean, he has an assist, 2 PIMs, a +2. So, what's our record without the month of October? Not as good. I know that's a cop-out, but yeah, that hot start to the season really did help us. I mean, I think we would have made the playoffs regardless, but still. So we got to look at Derek Morris. And then Alec Martinez has not done much, but because of that, he hasn't been as offensive. And then Matthias Oland kind of equalizes. The sex number from Bagel, 69.
Oh, highly unnecessary.
69. The sex number. Bagel, thank you for the 69 months. I'd whip it out in helicopter in celebration, but then I'd get banned. Yeah. But okay. So defensively, the Mazzaros-Oland pairing wasn't strong in the regular season, but they've earned the right to try here. It's Mazzaros-Oland, Martinez, Morris, Hedman, and Aucoin, based off of how they've played so far, which is kind of unfortunate. Let's take a look at Jeff Skinner. 3 points, a -2. That's not god-awful. Steven Stamkos, 3 points, 8 penalty minutes, and a -3. Not great from Stammer. Radulov, 3 points and a -1. Not amazing, but not awful. Ryan Malone, 2 points, but 2 PIMs and a -1. I have to have a serious conversation about buying out Ryan Malone. Vinny Lecavalier has been okay, but not insane. Martin St. Louis, same thing. He's been okay. Stillman has done nothing so far. Matthew Lombardi has done nothing so far. Peter Sikora has done nothing so far. I'm sensing a theme. Vernon Fiddler has been fantastic. You could even make an argument he's been our best player so far. Adam Hall, you could even make the argument that he's been our best player so far. And then there's Mark. Dude, the fourth line has been our best line. Jesus Christ. Oh, man. I don't think I can justify any call-ups. I think we just got to roll with the best version of this team that we can in terms of the personnel. But, yeah, this is rough. This is very rough. We'll see how we can kind of get this to line up, if at all. Stillman on the left, Malone on the left. So I'm going to need to potentially play Jeff Skinner at center. We know Stamkos can play the right. Sikora can play the right. So we are going to go Malone, Skinner, Sikora, Stillman, Lombardi, Stamkos on the fourth line. Unless I make another change here. I mean, again, I like to play people within their proper positions. That is proven to be immensely difficult. Immensely difficult. So we are going to go Fiddler, LeCavalier, oh, God, it's a disaster. It's a disaster, I tell you. Well, we got to send somebody down to the lower line. Sikora can only play the right. I can't even do the type of line combos I want to. Because of, like, handedness and everything. This is rough. I mean, Stamkos, Lombardi, Stillman still works. Sikora, Malone, Skinner technically works, but then Radulov, Vinny, and MSL. I mean, I could technically just play Radulov on the offhand. It's fine. Let's do that. Trying to reward the guys who have been the best for us. I just dropped my goddamn phone. Didn't mean to do that. But, you know, we got to try to make it interesting. Reward the players who have played their best. And hope that it works. Maybe then some of our more ideally talented players get better line matchups throughout the games and put up more points. You never know. First period of Game 5 is scoreless, as Norfolk's been eliminated. Actually outshot us that period. Second period, 2-1 Montreal, Brian Gianna, and a power play goal from Scott Gomez. Matthias Oland has our only goal of the period. We need our big names to start showing up, please. Where is Stamkos, LeCavalier, Saad Louis, Ryan Malone? There's MSL on the power play at the very least. Tie this game up at 2. But man, we still got our work cut out for us. There's a power play goal for Thomas Plekanec. I am totally blaming the, hey, our power play's doing pretty well comments. Or a penalty kill. Montreal wins 3-2. And are 1-1 away from the second round. Power play goal for Plekanec is the winner. Carey Price. Son of a bitch. Well, we tried all the different line combos. Didn't work. Tried to find some sort of spark to the team. Hasn't worked. So the last thing to do is to tell the coach, take the wheel. We'll run with whatever lines you want. And we'll hope that you can figure it out. Crawford will stay in for now, although I am very tempted to go to Tokarski. It's game number 6 on home ice. First period, 2-2. Hedman and Morris, offset by Gianna and Andre Kostitsyn. Dude, my defenders are scoring more than my star forwards. Oh, my God. Second period, goal apiece. Jeff Skinner, offset by Max Lapierre. 20 minutes left, fellas. You got to win this one, or we're going home. We're staying home, I should say. Can we force Game 7 back in Montreal? That is the question. We've taken a couple of penalties. They haven't scored, though. PK Subban, offset by Steven Stamkos. Welcome to the series, fucker. 1 minute to go. An elimination game. We're going to overtime. And we are going to see how it plays out as we will go to the 10-11 home jersey. And for Le Habitant, let's go with the... Yeah, we can go with the 06-07. I mean, otherwise it's the 16-17, which should technically be Adidas, right? So, yeah, we want the Reebok. Gainer, what's going on, dude? Here we go. Season's on the line. We need to win this one, or it's GG's.
We are just about to drop the puck here in overtime.
Here we go. Switch over the camera, too. I still prefer true broadcast in these moments. I think True Broadcast Legacy is my normal one. That looks very zoomed in. Never mind. I lied. Just delaying the inevitable. Just loaded up NHL 11. What team should I do for GM? Oh, Edmonton. They're terrible.
Just joining us here now.
They're terrible.
We are in next goal wins territory now.
All right. Habs score next. It's over. Plekanec to Camilleri. Gianna stopped by Crawford. Vinny Lecavalier can't get the pass through. Gianna has it again. Edmund knocks it away. Pass up the wall. Complete miscommunication. Subban to Plekanec. Picked off by Malone. Victor Hedman. For a coin. Now Marty Saint-Louis to Vinny Lecavalier. He's bumped off the puck. Andre Markov. Steps in for the Habs. Takes a hit as he feeds to Camilleri across the Subban. Kostitsyn to Camilleri. Markov. Interrupted by Lecavalier. Now Plekanec back to the point. Contested. Still in a dangerous situation. Cavalier wins it back. Picks it up the wall. Now Victor Hedman trying to carry. Hedman to a coin and a save by Price. 37-year-old Adrian Aucoin with the chance. Stamkos can't pick the corner. Radulov and another save by Price. And that sums up what we have seen from Carey Price all series. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch, I say. It's Skinner, Stamkos, and Radulov. Habs win the draw. Hammerlick. Ryan O'Byrne now up the wall. Habs carry in with Kostitsyn. Shot. Rebound. They score. Scott Gomez has ended Tampa Bay's season. Habs win in 6.
They needed overtime, but what an effort.
You know, Corey, you still have your Hawks gear on, and I gotta be honest, don't worry about changing it. I don't think you're gonna be back. Heartbreak for the Lightning. We choked as the season went on. We dropped back into a situation where we were the road team against the Habs. Some of our key players just did not show up. A brutal rebound from Crawford. And that ends the season with Scott Gomez. Kaner, I'm going with both for the moment. This Mazzaros right through his legs. Crawford, the rebound. Derek Morris had no idea. And your hero, if you're a Habs fan, is team legend, Scott Gomez. That was a rough playoff debut for us. That was less than ideal. Oh, man. Oh, man. That was rough. Goaltending-wise, we tried to address the issue. It simply never happened. Goaltending absolutely let us down in that series. Defensively, I mean, we had some offensive contributions from everyone except Alec Martinez. But Adam Hall put up more points than San Luis or Radulov. Hate to say it, Peter Sikora disappointed me immensely. Skinner had a good series. We need to seriously consider buying out Ryan Malone. And unfortunately for Corey Stillman, the wheels fell off at the wrong time when it mattered the most. Stamkos and LeCavalier were okay, but they put up just as many points as Vernon Fiddler. And maybe the biggest disappointment of the series, the season, Matthew Lombardi just did not show up. So that is that's rough, man. What was Carey Price's save percentage in that series, by the way? My God. Kaner, I hope you yelled at him. How well did Carey do? Yeah. 23 years old. What would have happened had we ended up with Yaroslav Halak? That has to be the question. We'll never know the answer. Both of our teams eliminated in the first round, and it's, well, quite obvious we have some work to do. We have some work to do. I guess at least we still have our first round pick to try to make moves at the draft, but that sucks, dude. That sucks. The Washington Capitals have won the Stanley Cup with the Lake Erie Monsters, taking home the Calder Cup. So the Habs win it, or the Habs beat us, but the Caps win the whole thing a little bit earlier in Ovi's career, as it ended up being a 7-game series. Vancouver loses in the 2011 Stanley Cup Final in 7 games. Snipe, hell of a roster you've put together. The Capitals win in Season 2 after beating, God, who did they beat? Atlanta, Montreal in 5, and then New Jersey, and of course Vancouver in the final. So, no repeat for San Jose. Calder Cup final, again, the Lake Erie Monsters beating Bridgeport in 6 games. So, there you go. We'll take a look at the Caps. Of course, we know who they're led by. So no real surprises there. Thomas Fleischmann might have just won the Conn Smythe. Ovi was up there. Backstrom, Likes, Emin, Fair, Knubel, Keith Coyne. And defensively, Mike Green was insane. Mike Green was insane. And then in goal, they had already fucked up the roster. It must have sent down their other goalie. So obviously it wasn't just Mike Smith. So, terms of the award winners, again, Sharks and Caps in the first 2 years. Ovi wins the Art Ross the year after Malkin. He also won the Hart Trophy this year. The Norris to Andrei Markov. Lady Bing to Henrik Sedin, while the Calder does go to Alexander Radulov. Kaner, yes. Yes, they were. Conn Smythe to Thomas Fleischmann. The Vezina to Ilya Bryzgalov. What would have happened if I was able to acquire him at the deadline? Chris Mason won the Jennings. Adam Foote the Masterton. Atlanta's coach wins the Jack Adams. Anton Vermette wins another Selke, while Ovi wins the Ted Lindsay Award and the Rocket Richard. In the AHL, Lars Eller scored the most points. Was also league MVP. Dude named Blatter was the top goal scorer for the Chicago Wolves, while Cody Hodgson was the Rookie of the Year for our Norfolk Admirals. Jared Spurgeon out at the plays baseball was the Defenseman of the Year for the Bridgeport Sound Tigers. Brian Boucher, top goaltender, while Rob Niedermeyer was the MVP of the Calder Cup winning Monsters. Okay, first things first. Expiring contracts. So Stammer's going to be an RFA. Crawford's about to be a UFA. I'm not even going to be able to deal him for anything. I guess the only guy to really wonder about is Marty. He's not looking for that bad of a deal. We'll see if he's looking for a cheaper one, though, shortly. What do we have in terms of progress reports here, then? So good years for Stammer and LeCavalier. Marty's starting to decline a bit. Hedman, big improvements this year. Radulov as well. Hasn't gone medium elite for winning the award, though. That sucks. I don't know if I set him to win the Calder this year. I don't think I did. I think I set him up for goals, so that's a fucking disaster. Honestly, I thought it worked out pretty well, but no, it's actually kind of a disaster. Big improvement for Jeff Skinner, though. Olin got a bit better. And yeah, of course, our veterans are getting weaker. Big improvement from Martinez. Colton Gillies gets a bit better. Good improvement for Hodgson, TJ Brennan. Not much else going on there, though. Zach Ronaldo gets better. Kyle Beach. Robin Leonard. Richard Panik. Big improvement from Marcus Foligno, Barbario, Dumoulin, Ranta, Shannon Cunningham. So, I mean, we did get some improvements, but yeah, let's find out about the lottery. Obviously, we're not going to be involved in it. The Boston Bruins have the first overall pick, so 2 years in a row, an Eastern Conference team gets the win. Islanders and Blue Jackets swapped, and that was it. Where's Kaloran? We traded him. There you go. Boston has the first overall pick this year, which again pretty much means Nikita Kucherov is going to be a Bruin. If we look to trade up, it won't be any higher than 6th. So we'll see what happens. At least Boston's winning something in 2011. There you go. Retired players this year. Brian Little, the actual Brian Little, not the recreated one. Let's look at teams. Scott Nickel, Nick Wallin, Stefan Yell, Rucker Rutu, Richard Park, John Madden, Chris Chelios, Dandino. Can't trade him. I did, though. And I'd trade him again. It's fine. He went to Harvard. He's a smart guy. He'll be just fine. Just don't ask him if he thinks wearing a mask is a good idea during a pandemic. I think someone that went to Harvard wouldn't be so, freaked out over a piece of material. But what are you going to do? It's fine. I just love poking Lightning fans still to this day. One of my favorite videos and one of my favorite comment sections. Beautiful. Beautiful. Anyway, to the draft we go, and this could end up being kind of crazy for us. The Bruins shockingly do not want to trade the first overall pick. So, first and foremost, our draft pick is number 20 in the first round. Let's look at goalies. Whoops. I fucking hate how it switches like that. For the goalies, can I get anything for Corey Crawford signing rights? No, I cannot. Can I flip Michael Neuwirth for anything? 7th round pick from the Habs or Santa Viori? We'll take We'll honestly take the draft pick. I mean, Santafiori's probably more of a safe bet. Neuvert's on his way to Montreal. Go figure. Can I flip Antti Ranta? No. Can I flip Calvin Pickard? Not for anything appealing. Can I flip Louis Domingue? Not for anything appealing. Can I move Dustin Tokarski? No. What about the Janus? And the Hellenius. So we do have Robin Lehner as a goalie in the system. We get a third and a fifth for him, 2/3. It's tough to say whether or not we should move him just because it's kind of nice to have at least a goalie in the system, but I mean, 2/3 from New Jersey. They want Robin Lehner as the Brodeur heir apparent. 2/3 from St. Louis. Honestly, that could be a tactical move to move him to the Blues because they'll try to trade him later on. Let's move Robin Lehner to St. Louis for 2 third-round picks this year. I'm willing to do that. Defensively. Let's see what we got here. Can I move Yanni Hakanpää? 7th rounder. 6th rounder. Jonas Donskoy. I'll keep him for a 6th rounder. We're not likely to draft anything better. Can I move Alex Biega? Farmer as a bottom 6. Schultz. Lindback. Yoensu. I mean, it's all just equivalents. We'll send Alex Biega to Nashville for this dude because at least we shed the roster spot. Contract spot, I should say. Can I move Jackson for anything? No. Can I move Mark Barberio for anything? And the Bruins make their pick. Nikita Kucherov is off to Boston. There you go, Fox. That's what you get. You get to watch him go to Boston. How does it feel? How does it feel? All right. Back to a potential Barberio trade. Medium 9, a 5th rounder. Dude, Toronto wants to trade me Jeff Finger. Yeah, we'll keep Barberio. What about Jackson? What about Akeem Alou? Nikolai Hobby-Bulin could come back to Tampa. Or Jeff Finger. I mean, the Bulin wall makes a decent amount of money. Yeah, I mean, he is not what he used to be. He is not at all what he used to be. He's making way too much money. We'll keep Akeem there. Paulie, what's up, dude? Doing good. We just lost in the playoffs, but doing good. Let's go back over to defenseman. Mahalik can't do anything. Matt Lashoff, nothing. Ty Wishart, nothing. We're keeping TJ Brennan. Smaby Smobby. For Mike Smith's signing rights, we'll do it. Why not? At least get the exclusive negotiations, you know. Good old Baffle. Sweet, beautiful Baffle. How are you, my friend? Let's see. Adam Party. Just for Rob Lang signing rights? Yeah, no thanks. Martinez wasn't particularly impressive. What could we get for him? 2nd and a 6th, 2/3, 2/3, 3rd and a 4th. Steve Ott's ridiculous contract. Brendan Morrow. I mean, a 2nd round pick isn't terrible for Martinez. I feel like we should hold on to him, though, in case he pops up in a different offer. I'm doing good. No complaints. I mean, team losing in the playoffs aside. Adrian Aucoin. He's old. He's going to get worse. It's probably better to just move on. 3rd and a 5th, 3rd and a 4th from Boston. Charlie Coyle's signing rights. That's pretty good. So, I mean, 3rd and a 4th or a high 9 prospect. 2/3 from Nashville. That's pretty good for a 38-year-old defenseman. 2/3 from Vancouver, 2/3 from Washington. We'll make that deal with Nashville. Adrian Coyne on his way out. That's what happens when you fail, fellas. Pieces get stripped apart. Derek Morris, 2nd and a 3rd. All right, so Matthias Ekholm. Generated dude DeWall on his way to the Islanders. Okay. I'm going to keep stripping this team down. It's the way to go after a failure like that. So again, 2nd and a 3rd. Mike Modano. 2nd and a 3rd from Anaheim for Derek Morris. You got a deal. So we'll still keep Oland and Mazzaros around. We got Hedman, Martinez. Not much else we can do in terms of moving on from pieces. Right wing side, Marty is probably staying. Love you, Peter Sikora, but you got to go. You were such a disappointment. 3rd and a 4th from Boston. Charlie Coyle's signing rights. Thomas Caberlet's signing rights and Jeff Finger. We'll go for the Charlie Coyle trade and a 5th rounder. So sorry to Peter Sikora. You got to go. Mark Recchi did not retire. He was good, but if I can get anything for him, I should try, but I can't. Adam Hall was also pretty good for us. Can I get anything for him? No. Shimmick. Can't do anything. Kyle Beach. If we were to trade you, I'm not trading you to Chicago. I'll tell you that much. Nope. You're staying. Richard Panik. 4th rounder. And we'll keep him for that. Craig Cunningham. High 7th and Kevin Connaughton's not bad. Technically, value-wise, it's better than a medium bottom 6. What does Kevin Connaughton look like here? 71 at 21. That's not too bad. Honestly, we'll take that. I like Craig Cunningham a lot, but we'll send him off to Vancouver. Fornataro, can I get anything for you? No. Can we flip Santaviori? 6th rounder, 7th rounder. Might as well keep the guy. And he's a 61 at 19. Never mind. He's just not going to develop. Send him to Chicago. Let's see. Cynical, I saw that it was. I haven't played it yet, but even I'm tempted. Guess you could make the argument that Hakanpää is not likely to make it. Let's see, Van de Velde ends up being the 3rd overall pick. You got Buffalo looking to move the 5th. We'll have to go back to look at that. Center is obviously Stamkos going nowhere. Can I move Matthew Lombardi? 3rd and a 4th, or the rights to Gustav Nyquist. I mean, we'll take Gustav Nyquist for Matthew Lombardi. He just didn't fit here. So we will absolutely acquire Gustav Nyquist. Coyle's fine. Cody Hodgson's looking okay. 4th rounder. I mean, he's only a medium 9, but he had a really good season. Yeah, 4th rounder is about the best we can do. We're going to hold on to Cody Hodgson. High bottom 6, Riley Sheehan. Nothing of value. Derek Grant's already 21, so if I can move on from him, I should. Nobody wants him. Blair Jones, nobody wants him. Paul Shashura, nobody wants him. Vernon Fiddler. Got the words of advice from the Pope. You love to see it. Yeah, we're not getting anything for Vernon Fiddler either. Left wing side. Let me see if I can get Ryan Malone to waive that no movement clause, because, God, he is so bad. He is such a disappointment. What do you think, Ryan? Are you willing to waive that clause? Nope, he's not going anywhere. So if I want Ryan Malone gone, we have to buy out the contract, which is going to be expensive. Damn. Gustav Nyquist isn't bad. 75 at 21. Second rounder and a fifth rounder. It's not bad, but we're not likely to get a medium 6 player in the second round. So we'll hold on to Gus. If we can flip Zach Hyman, we probably should. Nobody wants him. Marcus Foligno. Not likely to get somebody better than him anyway. Kyle Clifford. It's just Chicago trying to dump players onto us. Zach Ronaldo. Anybody interested in Colton Gillies? Zach Cassian. Brandon Yip. Delorier. It's not looking too good. Jack Campbell in goal. All right, Colton Gillies isn't going anywhere. What about Schultz? Going nowhere either. Mr. Wright. Signing rights to Kovalev and Chris Phillips. Honestly, I'll take it because that gets us out from underneath Wright's contract, and then we can just dump the other two. There goes Nordstrom. Yeah, I don't really plan on trading up with Buffalo here. So yeah, honestly, the trade for Wright isn't that bad. We'll take that deal with Ottawa. And then honestly, we'll see if we can flip those guys. Can I get anything for Fraser McLaren? I mean, his deal's up anyway, so we don't need to do it that time. How are you? Can I get anything for you? No. Corey Stillman? No. What about Todd Fedoruk? Yeah, nothing that we'd want. Okay. Well, I think we've pretty much exhausted our options then. From the looks of it. Just double check that right wing side. Can I flip Kovalev for anything? Just Brian McCabe. Okay. Only thing I wanted to double check was the defense here. Barbario's 21. I think we're good. So quite a few third round picks this year. Bit of depth. Again, we're gonna let Buffalo make that pick. Now's the time to see if there's any prospects or anything like that out there on the block that we might want to pick up, or even some veteran players to get the exclusive negotiations to them. Thrashers are already trying to move Antti Niemi, but I don't want to pay a goalie that much. What would they want anyway? Martinez, Nyquist a fifth, and Ranta. I think we can find somebody in free agency. That's fine. Tim Thomas still won't come here. Bastard. Yanni Ordio. Good goalies, tough to find. My goodness. Idemaki, Grubauer. How old's Grubauer? 19. It's okay. Third round pick. I mean, we at least have a decent enough goalie in the system. We will make that trade to pick up Philip Grubauer. I need somebody in the system. Again, Hobby Bullen was too expensive. Berube, nothing. What do you mean Montreal doesn't want to trade Carey Price? Need more Kings on your team. Guarantee a couple of them. I mean, go better than how the first round just went for us. That's for sure. Sharks, Blues, Darling, and Conklin. All right. And just to double check, Skaters signing rights to Thomas Caberlet. I think we could just end up signing him as a free agent. But he also really doesn't fit the team. Which is why I haven't gotten him yet. Cody Eakin. No. Peter Holland. Nah. Nobody from Atlanta. Boston. Tarasenko. For Radulov. No, thank you. Matthias Ekholm. For Martinez. Mazzaros. Gillies. Recchi. Oland and Recchi 2/3 and Cody Hodgson. I don't know if I want to move Cody Hodgson. What about Burmistrov, 1/3 and Colton Gillies? I mean, I do have Mike Smith, but he hasn't signed. So that's the issue there. Ooh, high 9, Tyler Ennis. 1/3 and Mark Recchi. Cody Hodgson, Colton Gillies. We'll do that. I'm going to send Mark Recchi to Buffalo, along with a 3rd-round pick for Tyler Ennis. We get significantly younger with that particular move. Calgary has TJ Brody, Martinez and Fiddler, Ennis, and a 3rd. Or 2/3. We'll do 2/3 for TJ Brody all day. All day. Carolina, nobody that we're interested in. Chicago, no. Colorado, nah. Columbus, Anton Vermette, no offer. RJ Umberger. 2 seconds. God, that's still so much. That's still so much for a guy who's potentially just another, well, I don't want to disparage our left wing too much, but you know who I'm talking about. Can we get Carl Alsner? Grubauer and Ranta, a 3rd and Ranta. You got a deal. 3rd and Antti Ranta for Carl Alsner. That caused them to change up their block quite a bit. Detroit, Artemi Panarin's signing rights. They're not interested. Can I get Andreas Nestrassel? TJ Brennan, get out of here. No shot. Edmonton, no. Florida, nobody that we want. Los Angeles, Braden Shen. Martinez, Alsner, and a 3rd. No, thank you. I tried. Can you counter these offers? You can. I typically just kind of take it or leave it with whatever they're offering me. Can we get Marek Sidlichky? 20th overall pick is a lot. Brody in 2 seconds is also a lot. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins is on his way to Florida. Okay. That's a lot for Marek Sidlichky. I mean, I do need another right defender. That's a lot. Man, Mikko Koivu is out there. For a 2nd and a 3rd. It is the signing rights for Koivu. That's a lot to give up when we can't guarantee he'd sign with us. That is a lot to give up. I can't do it. Issue with Sidlichky's, man, he's got a no movement clause as well. He's just too expensive. If he's not a good fit for the team, he could just force his way to stay here. Can I get Gabriel Bork? Kevin Connaughton, that just offsets. What about Nick Spaulding? Brennan, Kevin Connaughton. Yeah, no thanks. Brennan would be a smart move, but I'm biased, so he's not going anywhere. Shout out to Radek Bonk. Ottawa, Chris Kelly, Mike Fisher. So Ottawa is looking at a bit of a fire sale here. Chris Kelly could be a decent fit. Not for the 20th overall pick. What about Mike Fisher? Future first, a 3rd rounder, Richard Panik. Yeah, that's just so much to pay. Nobody on Philly. Nobody on Phoenix. Nobody on Pittsburgh. San Jose's got some dude that I don't want because he's not real. Okay. Well, I think that is about it. Let's see what Dallas would want for the 7th overall pick, but I think we've pretty much stripped away any piece that we could look to get and acquired some other players too. And we can't trade with Dallas. Good to know. So the Stars at 7 take Gabriel Landeskog. Looks like LA at 9 might be my best bet here, but we'll see if Edmonton is willing to play ball. Hello? That was a really weird glitch. I thought the game froze for a second. It wasn't letting me do anything. Back to Edmonton, please. Thank you. You're so kind. I literally cannot look at the Oilers draft picks. It glitches out. Guess we're not trading with the Oilers. God damn it, EA. Come on. What are we doing here? Can I look at LA's draft picks? Yes. Now can I look at Edmonton's picks? They want Radulov. Oof. That's a rough sell. What about Los Angeles? Fuck. Radulov wins the Calder. But if we make the deal, we could go Zibanejad, Goudreau, or Huberdeau. Still got Scheifele, Couturier, Hamilton coming up. Colorado, Carolina. Let's check with them. Oh, Colorado. Well, it doesn't. You're correct, Cynical. Yeah. Frankie, what's going on? I have no way to trade up here. It's just not going to happen. Edmonton selects Mika Zibanejad, while Los Angeles takes Johnny Gaudreau. Colorado goes for Jonathan Huberdeau. And Carolina selects Dougie Hamilton. Meaning that likely Sean Couturier is lined up to go to Philly here, if not Mark Scheifele. We need to talk to Philly, and then we need to talk to Anaheim. Call it the Cutter Gauthier. So, oh, Frank, then maybe not a good idea or a good thing. Philly doesn't want to trade the pick. Anaheim doesn't want to trade the pick. We might be stuck. Philly takes Mark Scheifele. Anaheim takes that generated Binnington, not Jordan Binnington. Is Ottawa willing to move the pick? That's not worth it. That's just not worth it. Damn. Sens select Sean Couturier. Maybe it was worth it. Who's still left? Adam Larson, JT Miller, Vinny Trocheck, Jonas Brodin, Ryan Strome, William Karlsson. Minnesota, Toronto, and Detroit. Let's take a look at Minnesota. 2 firsts and Colton Gillies. Not worth it. I forget who I said aside from Detroit. Red Wings here, not willing to make the deal. Who the hell was it? It was Toronto. It's weird because, again, they had the first overall pick last year, so seeing them that far back is bizarre. First to second and Grubauer to move up 4 spots. Yeah, at this point, it just isn't even worth it. Okay. Well, let's see how it plays out then. You got Vinny Trocheck to San Jose, Brandon Saad to Atlanta, JT Miller to Detroit, Jonas Brodin to Toronto, Adam Larson to Minnesota. So the question is there anybody worth taking, or do we trade this pick? We got Ryan Strome, William Karlsson, Ricard Raquel, Oscar Klefbom, Josh Manson. Then you drop back a bit with like Sven Berchke, Connor Murphy, Boone Jenner, Philip Dano, Dylan DeMello, JG Pajot. All right. Is there a sensible trade for this pick? Osherman, a 4th, and O'Donnell? No. Comrie, Ludman? No. I've been circling for RJ Umberger for a while now. Dmitry Kalinin. I forget what side you play. I think you're lefty. He is a lefty. 3rd pair guy. I mean, Martinez could technically step up on the left. Umberger isn't a bad option. What else do we have here? Schultz, a 3rd and a 4th. Schultz a lefty as well? I don't remember. Fuck. I need right defenders, not left defenders. I guess we have 6 minutes here. Signing rights to Mikko Koivu, but then we also get Schultz and a 6th. It'd be great if I could sign Koivu, but I can't guarantee it. Philip Kuba and 2/3. Pretty sure Kuba was also a left defender. Yep. Loved me some Philip Kuba, but not the right fit for this team. What else do we have? Anton Volchenkov is a left defenseman. Mike Fisher. Or Mike Modano at his advantage. So a 1-for-1, the 20th overall pick for Mike Fisher. And maybe Mike Fisher could be what I need in a third-line center, given that Matthew Lombardi wasn't. They are pretty similar. 31-year-old Mike Fisher for the 20th overall. That's not a bad offer. It's really not. It's like, would I rather have Mike Fisher? I can't guarantee what any of these guys' potentials are, you know? I think we're trading for Mike Fisher. I have a vacancy for that third line center spot. The only question is, does Fisher get paid a little bit too much? And you get Carrie Underwood. Yeah, there you go. '68 PIMS last year. I mean, he's super well-rounded. Mike Fisher, welcome to Tampa. It's got to be done. It's the safest bet we have. So Ottawa ends up selecting Ryan Strome. Can argue who you'd rather have. I'm surprised Ryan Strome got a medium 6. Pittsburgh takes William Karlsson. Okay, now that we know what these guys are looking like, Calgary and the New York Rangers. What do we have there? What do we have? Not doing that. Looks like we might just be trading out of the first round entirely. Martinez the 3rd and Gillies. Yeah. That might be the damage done.